In the city of Riften, just east of the outdoor market, we find the Temple of Mara, a temple where priests and priestesses gather to worship the goddess of love. Inside is a Dunmer priestess named Dinya Balu. Hi, I'm new here. I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about this place and what you do here.
We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift of love, that they might have a hint of eternity. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods.
May I receive her blessings?
Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act as her hands in the world. Explore the facets of the infinite jewel. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land?
I knew there was going to be a catch. All right, Dinya, what do I have to do?
The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its light that all may see. Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, almost a girl. Her fickle love must resolve itself. The village of Ivarstead. The woman, Fastred. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants. Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
A young woman in Ivarstead? Fickle love? This sounds strangely familiar. You may recall a conversation between a father and a daughter that we listened in on when we were passing through Ivarstead on our way to Treva's Watch. It was unclear at the time what exactly the exchange was all about, but if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like we're about to get some answers. After fast traveling to Ivarstead to officially start the quest titled The Book of Love, we can talk to a young woman named Fastred.
Are you the one sent by Mara?
Yes, I am. Wait, how did you know I was coming?
I prayed to Mara and she spoke to me in a dream. She said a stranger would appear to help me. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. What's been troubling you?
My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me, and I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards, and my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either.
You sound a little confused.
I don't want to choose. They're both so amazing.
Wait, they're both so amazing? As in, there's two guys you like, not just one? Before we have a chance to ask any more questions, Fastred enters her home for the night. Since I didn't want to pick the lock and risk her and her family turning against me, I decided to wait until morning. The next day, we find both Fastred's mother and father tending to their garden. We'll talk to Fastred's father first and see what he thinks about the whole situation.
My daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
Speaking of your daughter, sir, she actually asked me to speak to you.
I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With him. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Klimek. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass.
Maybe it's none of my business, but why don't you want Fastred to stay here in Ivarstead?
Look around here. There's not much left. Used to be a good-sized town, but folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Ivarstead?
You think she'll just, what, get over him?
You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moon. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. He'll need some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler.
Well, it doesn't seem like Yafthor will be changing his mind anytime soon. Maybe Fastred's mother is a bit more open-minded.
And to think that we've been supplying the Greybeards with our own food supplies. What have they ever done for us?
Respectfully, Bodhi, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here on behalf of your daughter, Fastred.
Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband. But I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Ivarstead, I want Fastred to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband.
Any idea what would inspire them to leave?
Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastred to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy.
We're now given the choice to speak with either Bassianus or Klimek. First, we'll talk to Bassianus, who we find sitting inside of the Vilmir Inn. Hi, Bassianus?
Need something?
Bodhi sent me here to talk to you about Fastred.
Oh, my love. How I long to take her away from all of this. Why did Bodhi send you to me?
Well, she thinks that you should elope. Take Fastred and run away with her to Riften.
I always had a feeling she liked me. More than that brute Yofthor, at least. Yofthor, what about him? He'll come after us and it will be unpleasant.
Bodhi said that she would have your back if that happens. You don't have to worry about her father anymore.
She would. If she's willing to deal with him, then everything would be all right. I'll go speak to Fastred, post-haste.
Bassianus gets up out of his chair and rushes over to Felstar Farm to talk to Fastred. Inside, we can listen in on their conversation.
Fastred, we must speak.
Bassianus, sweetie, what is it?
We must leave. Your father will never approve of us, and I grow weary of this place.
Where will we go?
To Riften, my pet. How you'll adore the city.
Oh, and to be with you.
I'll make the preparations immediately.
Now, if we wait for 24 hours and give Bassianus and Fastred a chance to run away, we can speak to Yofthor to get his reaction. Unsurprisingly, he has nothing pleasant to say on the matter.
Can't believe Fastred ran off to Riften with that bastard.
Bodhi, however, seems to be much more accepting of her daughter's choice, though she misses her.
I hope Fastred's doing well in Riften. I miss her.
If instead we want Fastred to end up with Klimek, we can reload a previous save and then find the man standing by the river.
Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
I'm not, actually. I'm here for something else. What kinds of deliveries do you make to High Hrothgar?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
Maybe I'll help you out with that one day soon, but not today. Sorry.
Maybe I'll hold off and go another day. Get some rest first.
Anyway, I hear that you lost Fastred. I'm so sorry, Klimek. Broken hearts are rough.
Oh, Fastred. I'm not sure what happened. One moment she's smiling at me, the next I can't even meet her eyes. I'll bet Bassianus would know what's going on. He understands women.
Oh, I think he understands her all right. In fact, I bet he understands her more than you even know. Look, Klimek, no offense, but Fastred probably appreciates assertive men.
What did you call me?
I just mean that you should be bold. Go on and talk to her.
Wait, you mean I should just tell her? Tell her how I feel?
Yeah, I mean, what do you have to lose?
Ysmir's beard, you're right. No fish was ever caught by staying away from the shore. I'm off to see her.
With a newfound confidence, Klimek runs over to Felstar Farm. Here again, we can listen in on their conversation.
Fastred, I have something to say to you.
Klimek? What is it?
I don't want you to leave Ivarstead.
Why not?
Because I would miss you.
But I thought you only cared about your fishing.
What good are fish if you have to eat them alone?
Oh, Klimek.
And then, we're really not quite sure what happens. I suppose Fastred decided to stay here in Ivarstead and get back with Klimek? You would think that Yofthor would be happy to hear about this, but strangely enough, he doesn't have anything to say on the matter. He just talks to us like he's never even seen us before.
You a pilgrim or just passing through?
We get a similar response from Bodhi.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
Now, I'm not a father yet, and if I ever have a daughter, I'm going to try my absolute hardest not to be an overprotective shotgun dad. That being said, I can sympathize with Fastred's father to a certain extent. It's not the fact that Fastrid wants to leave Ivarstead with the boy that concerns me. It's the fact that she wants to leave with Bassianus. It's true, we really don't know too much about Bassianus, but I don't know. The guy just kind of seems a little immature. If I were Yafthor, I would be much happier if Fastrid chose Klimek. At least he seems to have his head on his shoulders. And the fact that he routinely climbs the 7,000 steps to deliver food to the Greybeards proves that he isn't afraid of hard work. In any event, after setting Fastrid up with either Bassianus or Klimek, we can head back to the Temple of Mara and report our success to Dinya.
Pleased to meet you. I'm a priestess at the Temple of Mara.
We already met, Dinya. Don't you remember me? I helped the young lovers in Ivarstead like you asked.
How wonderful. Like the sea, their love roils and swells, but brings life and nourishment to all.
Do I have Mara's blessing yet, or does the goddess of love require more from me?
I see you are eager to carry the light. As you venture, Mara fills my mind ever more with visions of love in peril. Embers lie nestled in stone, needing only fuel to bloom a flame that will warm all around them. Go to Markarth. There you'll find Calcelmo, wise, acid, and reclusive. Help him to emerge and state his intentions. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants.
We now have to travel all the way to the western edge of the map to Markarth in order to help a man named Calcelmo find love. Unfortunately, I hadn't discovered Markarth yet in my playthrough, so I was forced to fast travel to Saloon's Sinkhole and then continue from there. Not long after we arrive and begin traveling west, we come to a place called Karthspire Camp, where we're forced to fight through wave after wave of Forsworn. I probably could have found a more peaceful way to get to Markarth, but I was getting a little bored and wanted some action. But what's that old saying again? Be careful what you wish for? Yeah, that's it. Just up ahead, we get attacked by a fire-breathing dragon. I decided to try to make a quick getaway, only to run straight into a mob of vampires on the side of the road. Okay, I think I've had enough action for one day. Continuing west, we eventually come to the large and extravagant city of Markarth. But just when we pass through the front gate...
A bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Oh, this pendant would look lovely on my sister.
Is someone there?
Just hide more.
I yield.
Guess
it's
it's all
all
clear.
clear.
Die for my
By the
people.
Divines, the Forsworn are here in the city.
Everyone, stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
That was odd. I wonder what that was all about.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened?
I saw what happened, yeah. A lady got stabbed and then everyone started yelling about the Forsworn. That was it.
The Forsworn? Strange. Well, I hope the Eight give you more peace in the future for what it's worth.
Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important.
Wait, I didn't drop a note. Did you drop a note? Is this yours?
My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket.
Okay, well, do you know anything about this attack?
No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn.
If we go into our inventory, we can read the note that this mysterious man inconspicuously dropped for us. Meet me at the Shrine of Talos. Reading this note starts the quest, The Forsworn Conspiracy, which we'll cover in a later video. For now, we can head up some stairs to the west and enter Understone Keep, a temple that is obviously owned by some very rich people. Once inside, we can listen in on a brief conversation before looking for Calcelmo.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
Seems like there's a lot going on here in Markarth. Rest assured knowing that I will cover all of it in upcoming videos. After heading down a hallway to the south, we find Calselmo hard at work at an alchemy lab. So hard at work, in fact, that he doesn't even bother to turn around while speaking to us.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards.
I was looking for you, actually.
I told you I'm not hiring any more guards. Why do you people always bother me when I'm trying to finish my research? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you?
I've been sent here by Mara to assist you in your quest for love.
I was beginning to lose faith that any help would come. You see, I've been thinking about Feline quite a bit. You know Feline?
I'm sorry, I don't know her.
Well, suffice to say she is resplendent, but not without resolve. Striking in all senses. The trouble is that I can't seem to speak around her. My mouth goes dry, and I start to shake. I could never hope to approach her.
You just need to have something interesting to talk about.
That's the trouble. I know Feline from the keep, but I have no idea what sorts of things she likes. It's not a simple matter. I could offend her fairly easily by bringing up the wrong subject. I've seen it happen before.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Well, do you know anyone around here who knows what she likes?
There is one, Ingvar. He's quite popular with the ladies. Thankfully, Feline is not quite his type, but they've been friends for some time, and he may have some ideas. Please, ask him what she likes. It's my only chance.
We find Ingvar not far from Understone Keep, engaged in a conversation.
So you don't know anything about this house?
No.
Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises?
We'll handle things from here.
It's abandoned.
Move along.
It's always been abandoned. Bloody enough for you, outsider?
Excuse me?
Markarth, is it bloody enough for you?
Oh, yeah, definitely bloody enough.
Then turn around and go back where you came. City doesn't need you, doesn't want you. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. That's the way it is. That's the way it'll stay.
What do you mean by blood and silver?
It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markarth, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners that dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first.
Well, I'll just cut to the chase, Ingvar. I've heard that you might know the types of things that Feline likes.
What? Why? Are you interested?
I'd rather not say.
Ah, a secret admirer, eh? Don't worry, I won't tell a soul. As for what she might like, I didn't tell you this. Feline likes to act tough, but she really has a soft spot for, of all things, poetry. You know, I took some classes at the Bard's College as a youth. Poems come in handy when wooing. There's a poem I once used on an older lady of Rorikstead. I can change it to be about Feline, if you've got some gold. Are you prepared to receive my golden words?
I'll take it. Here you go, 200 gold.
Wonderful. I'll write it out so you won't forget it. You should probably just let Feline read it herself. Don't want you stumbling over the words and ruining my flow.
Before handing off the poem to Feline, we can take a look at it to see what Ingvar wrote. My lover's heart is numbing stone that hides in ice beneath our sight. So some decry it is not there, while others whisper, yet it might. Though stone is born from fevered ash, once formed it yields no whiff of heat, so too her heart betrays no love, nor comforts those embracing it. as mountains grow and yearn for sky, then climbers, conquering, ascend. With chisel, rope, with axe and pick, they force the rock to yield to them. One peak stands proud amidst the range, invincible and scaled by none. Those men who try wash down her slopes, their eye-born streams obliquely run. For brash assault could never pierce those guarded depths that lay apart. But patient water gently shapes a furtive channel to the heart. My love is delving water, ice, that cracks with cycles of the sun. A lapping, yearning, whispering plea will mark the time till I rush in. For I have dwelt among the rocks, my city carved from rugged stone, so in that burrow I will creep, and warm the soul which makes my home. Alright, Ingvar, I'll give you credit, it's not half bad. We find Faline in Understone Keep, standing beside the Jarl, due west of the front entrance.
Who are you to approach the Jarl of Markarth?
I'm not a threat to you or anyone here. I'm merely a traveler with some questions.
Very well. You may approach the mournful throne, but watch your words.
I want to talk to you about Calselmo.
Calselmo? What about him?
Well, what do you think of him? You know, just curious.
Think of him? He's an odd little man, always poking around the ruins and wasting time in his museum. Seems friendly enough, obviously intelligent. Why do you ask?
Well, you see, Faline, he has some feelings for you.
What? You're out of your mind. That old coot's more interested in dead dwarves than anybody around here. Don't talk such rot.
It's true, he told me himself.
Please, stop wasting my time. You're embarrassing yourself.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to be persistent here. Time to bring out the secret weapon. Faline, I have a poem to read to you.
Pardon me?
It's from Calselmo, please.
I'm not sure what this is all about.
Here, take a look for yourself.
This is lovely. Calselmo wrote this? About me? I never knew he had such feeling in him.
He really does care about you, Faline.
Clearly. I've never even thought of him in that manner. I wish that I was as skilled with words as he. Here, take in this letter. I may not be as eloquent as he is, but I hope he understands.
Faline hands us a letter to deliver to Calselmo, which reads, My dearest Calselmo, I always knew you to possess a great mind, but your charming poem revealed a depth of feeling I never suspected. I'll admit to being a bit surprised at the direction of your feelings, but not unpleasantly so. Let us meet to discuss further. Yours, Faline. Unsurprisingly, we find Calselmo right where we left him, nearby to his alchemy lab.
I have things to study. What is it?
I have a letter for you from Faline.
This is more than I could have hoped for. Have you really done this for me? I have to see her. Please excuse me.
Calselmo runs over to Faline to speak to her, eager to see whether or not her newfound love for him was real.
Faline,
Shh. It's all right. You don't need to say any more. I had no idea you were so nuanced.
I love you.
So I hear. Come here, you.
And bingo, we're 2 for 2. With Calselmo and Faline ready to start getting to know each other better, we can once again fast travel back to Riften and speak with Dinya.
Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence.
I help the forlorn lovers of Markarth.
The goddess smiles at your efforts, child. The dawn shines bright upon you. You have seen the young, fickle love of youth, and helped a more seasoned love find its way. There is one final aspect we wish for you to explore. For a strong love can withstand storms, and even survive death. Take this symbol of Mara. She will guide you to the wandering souls of two whose love was so great that their entwinement binds them to this world.
To complete this final part of the quest, Dinya wants us to wear the Amulet of Mara, which makes restoration spells cost 10% less to cast. After putting the amulet around our neck, we can open the map and see that the ghostly couple we have to reunite is due south of Oratheim. We explored Oratheim in one of our videos on the Companion's questline, which you can watch here. Once we arrive, we can travel south across the valley until we eventually spot some kind of a stone monument off in the distance. As we approach, we see that there's a ghostly figure standing at its base. What are you doing?
I'm searching for my Fenric. He was marching with Yukor's men, who they say were wiped out here. I've turned over everybody, though, and I can't find him. Please help me look. He has a bright red beard and hair.
What are you talking about? The last battle that happened here was hundreds of years ago.
Are you a fool? Look at the bodies around you. Even if you're blind, surely you can smell the blood. Come, help me search for Fenric. He must be here somewhere.
Okay, so it's clear that Ruki can see things that we can't. We see nothing but an open field, but she sees a field covered in dead bodies. Creepy. But when we look around for Ruki's lover Fenrig, we see that he's nowhere to be found. Not in the tall grass, not hidden behind a cluster of boulders, nowhere. It was at this point that I noticed that the objective marker on our compass was telling us to travel east. Maybe Fenrig is further away from Ruki than we thought. Sure enough, after making our way east along the mountainside, we come to a second ghostly figure. Hi, I'm glad I found you. Your wife Ruki is looking for you.
Ruki? Where is she?
West, in the plains over the mountain.
We're expected to fight there tomorrow. Jukur elected to camp here for the night. I don't like it, though.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Fenrig and Ruki are literally stuck in the past. They don't know that they died, and even though it's been 200 years since this battle took place, to these two, no time has passed at all. Why don't you like camping here, Fenrig?
Our fires are visible for miles. We're in a low valley. Sitting ducks.
Alright, Fenrig, well, I'm gonna take you back to Ruki now.
If she's come this far from home, it must be important. Lead on. I just need to report back to camp by sunrise.
I started walking back to Ruki, but when I turned around to make sure that Fenrig was following, he was nowhere to be found. I wasn't sure if his disappearance was a glitch in the game or intentionally added in as part of the quest design, but regardless, I decided to make my way back to Ruki anyway. Thankfully, Fenrig appeared again just as we got back to the monument.
Fenric, you're alive.
Of course I am. What brings you here?
I had heard that Yukar's men were wiped out. I came to find you.
But that battle isn't expected until tomorrow. Ruki, what's going on?
I'm so confused. What's happening?
It doesn't matter. I'm here. We're together now. And we will be. Forever.
Fenrig and Ruki float into the sky together, still completely unaware that they are dead, but happy to be with each other nonetheless. It was truly a touching reunion, and it is my hope that Fenrig and Ruki are able to spend all of eternity together in Sovngarde. With our third couple brought back together, we can head back to Mara and tell her the good news.
Your efforts have helped illuminate the entire province. I trust by now you've achieved a higher comprehension of love. Carry the blessings of Mara with you so the rest of the province may shine with her glories.
This completes the quest, the Book of Love. For completing the quest, we get to keep the Amulet of Mara and walk away with the peace of mind that comes with knowing that we have been blessed by the Goddess of Love. Dinya Balu was right. We did learn a lot about love throughout this quest. We learned that young love can be challenging and confusing, yet just as legitimate as love shared between adults. We learned that love can always find a way, even when it's seemingly impossible. And we learned that love is a powerful force that has the ability to transcend death itself. I'd love to know what you think, folks. Do you think that Fastred will stay with Bassianus or Klimek? Or do you think that her father is right and she will move on to somebody else? Will the relationship between Calcelmo and Faline flourish? Or will their differences inevitably lead to tragedy and heartbreak? And what do you think about the ghostly couple Ruki and Fenrig? What do you think their relationship was like before death? And how do you think they got separated in the first place? Let me know in the comments below. I post new videos on Skyrim every single Thursday and Friday, folks, so be sure to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on all of my latest content. If you're an entertainment junkie like I am, then you might like my brand new podcast, Pass the Veal, where we discuss everything from upcoming video games to movies and television shows. I post video versions of the podcast right here on my YouTube channel every Sunday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to check that out as well. But that's all for now, folks. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.